I wanted to hit on Jakob Marsee here because, and there's more guys other than just Marsee, but Marsee MVP of the Arizona Fall League, 841 OPS, I believe, this past year in the minor leagues. What should fans know about him? Like more about, because fans on social media, I'm seeing fans talking about Marsee. Maybe some don't really know who he is. And is this guy that is someone that is actually like a real option to start 2024 in center field on opening day with the Padres situation that they're in? They don't have a center fielder right now. Tatis isn't right. Maybe they go get an outfielder. They probably want a couple. But what if they can't get someone like a Kevin Kiermaier or a Harrison Bader or Michael A. Taylor? Where are they going to go there center field wise? Is that where is it realistic to see Marsee there?
I don't think it's realistic. I mean, if I remember correctly, and I want to rant a lot about him in the fall league, I don't really think he's played above Double-A.
He's played like 16 games.
Double-A. And he was great in the fall league. And I was really impressed with him in the fall league. The one caveat I would throw out there is fall league is an extreme hitters league. Just teams don't send pitchers who are healthy during the season to the fall league. So the hitting prospects are always way ahead of the pitching prospects. I felt like this year's I love the fall league, and I'll even put in a plug. I think anybody who loves spring training would love the fall league because it's all the best parts of spring training without the worst parts. The ticket prices are a lot cheaper. Parking's easy. You get better access to players. You're seeing all prospects on the field. Love the fall league. Like I cannot emphasize how much fun. The College World Series and the fall league are my two favorite parts of the baseball calendar every year. That said, I thought the pitching in the fall league this year was the worst I'd ever seen. And so you can't just look, and it's not ever really been great in the past. You can't really look at guys' numbers and be like, oh man, he tore it up, so he's ready to go. He's barely played in Double-A. So no, I think that would be really unrealistic to put Jakob Marsee in the big leagues right now. Now, I will say, going into the fall league, and again, it's hard a little bit because you have to realize you're seeing guys in a situation that favors hitters. But he pretty much hit from day one through game 30 in the fall league. He hit the entire year. And I'll admit, I thought coming into the year or coming into the fall league, I thought it was more of a fourth outfielder profile. And now I think he could be a regular. He does a lot of things well. Like he can really hit, controls the strike zone. I don't think power is really his power is probably his weakest tool, though he drove the ball well in the fall league, for whatever that's worth. Runs well, good instincts on the bases in the outfield. He still might be on a really good team, like a contender. He might be more of a fourth outfielder than a regular, but I just want to see him do a little bit more in the minor leagues before I'll be that. Like I think he can be a solid regular, but he was impressive. But no, I mean I honestly. I'm not in charge of Padres. I would think the natural place to send him would be Double-A because he's barely played there. He's 1 year out of the draft, one full season out of the draft. So I think he starts the year in Double-A. Maybe Triple-A if they want to be really aggressive. But as much as I like Jakob Marsee and I was impressed with him in the fall league, I would be absolutely floored if he was the Padres starter on opening day.
So what's like the red flag there? Like what does he need to do more in the minor leagues? Is it just more time and make sure that he's ready? Or is it something like, oh, he needs to improve offensively, something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think he just needs more time. I mean, he's had 550 at-bats in the minors. He's had like 50 of those in Double-A. So he hasn't faced anywhere near major league caliber pitching. Like I think it's more keep doing what you're doing, but he needs experience against quality pitching, and he just doesn't have it right now. If you put him in big leagues, I think he'd be way in over his head. And I think even Triple-A, even though PCL is a great place to hit, I would let him go to Double-A. And if he tears it up for 6 weeks, fine, then I promote him to Triple-A. But I would not rush him based on the fall league. Before the fall league, I don't think anybody was talking about Jakob Marsee, being on the fast track or being one of the Padres, really top prospects. Mm-hmm. And he was impressive in the fall league, but the fall league is basically set up for hitters to succeed, which he did. And I think he needs to face better quality pitching.
So, yeah, it's one of those situations where we're talking about Marsee because there's no options in center field. I think that's kind of how
there'll be somebody.
I'm just talking about right now in the Padres, like Jose Azocar, you're not putting him there every day. So we're just looking at, prospect, Arizona Fall League, really good. Oh, okay, so maybe he can be an option. If we had Trent Grisham still on the roster, we wouldn't be, I don't think, having this conversation. That's
I
all.
would, what, could Tatis play center field?
He could, but he's most comfortable now in right field. He
Yeah.
wanted to play center field, but he wants to play right field. It's big at Petco. Just won a platinum glove there. I think
Yep.
it's just best to just stick him there, have him stay there, get power hopefully in left field, and then in center field, bring in someone. Don't know if you're going to get much offensively from that position, but just bring in someone that can be maybe a stopgap, a 1-year guy, and hopefully other guys on the offense can perform better up to their potential. And the center field hitting at the bottom of the order, whoever that's going to be, won't be that big of a deal. Just like last year, if Trent Grisham was hitting like that, I'm not saying under 200 is acceptable, but if he was hitting a little bit better than that, everyone else was performing like they should have, Grisham wouldn't have been, I don't think, as big of a deal because he brings it defensively. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there in center field.